Hello and welcome to Creating Cards with Alexandra. I'm Alexandra, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I hope wherever you are, I hope you're safe and warm. I know there's some crazy weather just kind of sweeping across the nation, so I hope you are all truly well and warm in your homes. So today we're going to make a card using the Filled with Happiness stamp set and also the Glorious Gingham paper pack. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to use this Happy Birthday Maybe Filled with Happiness stamp set. But we'll go ahead and start with, this is a thick piece of basic white. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored in the middle at 4 1/4. And go ahead and burnish that. I have a piece of Berry Burst, the gingham. On the other side, there's this little pattern. We're going to use this larger one, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. We'll go ahead and adhere that on here. Go ahead and center that. And then for the inside of the card, I just took a piece of that pattern on the opposite side and put a little strip at the bottom. I do not have a sentiment for the inside. I just left that blank. Go ahead and put that down. Okay, so that is the base of our card. I'm going to put that to the side. Now I have a piece of basic white. This is 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. And then we'll layer it with a piece of black after we're done here. And this is 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. So I'm going to bring in my little pad here and my StazOn. And I'm going to take my stamp and I'm going to, since it's a little bit larger, I'm going to ink it up like this. And go ahead and center that. This stamp set is just so pretty. This was, along with the Cutest Cows, this was one that just jumped out at me that I had to have. And I think this dries really quick, so I think I waited too long. So I'm going to flip that over and do it again. I was talking. Okay, so there we go. Perfect. All right. And then I have some watercolor pencils. And let's see, I have Night of Navy, Balmy Blue, Garden Green, Cherry Cobbler, and Basic Gray. And this is very, very basic coloring. I'm going to take my Night of Navy. And I need a hard surface, so I'm going to, now this isn't watercolor paper. It's just basic, just our basic white. Now, if you did want a watercolor, we're not really going to watercolor. I'm just placing down the color. I'm going to use a little bit of water to spread the background. So if you're not using a lot of water, you really don't have to worry about that watercolor paper. So I made, just by the pressure of my hand, I made, this is one pencil, that I made this Night of Navy a little bit darker, and then going over the bird's body, I'm just light on the touch. So his body is kind of a lighter blue. Okay. And then I'm going to take his wings, just kind of go across some of these lines. Very simple and easy. I'm not worried about staining lines or anything. I have the basic gray. Go over his little chest there, then his wings. And of course you can use any color you would want. Okay, and that looks good. And that's it. And then I have the garden green. I'll do the foliage. And color that in. Now this stamp set actually coordinates with the Modern Oval Punch. So you could buy that Modern Oval Punch and then just punch out that part there, which is really cool. I don't have that punch yet, but it's in my wish list. Okay, pretty easy. And then the red, there's not a lot of coloring to do, but I'm going to add that onto the paper. And I think you can see a little bit of that red. And I can see I missed a leaf. There we go. So not adding much color to this, the berries, but a little bit. And then I have this Balmy Blue, and I'm going to lightly go over the background. And I'm not even worrying about if I hit a leaf or something like that. I mean, you really won't notice it. And then this is where I'm going to bring in my water painter or water brush. I forget what they're called. And I'm going to lightly soften the lines of this coloring. Like I said, this is not watercolor paper, but there is hardly any water on the brush, so it won't affect the paper. So I'll just squeeze out a little bit of that water and then just slightly go over it. So I'm just softening those lines, making it just a little bit more subtle. Now, another way you could do this too is taking your pencil and taking the brush right to the tip of your pencil, and that will pick up your color. And you could also go down like that. So if there's some white space like there is here, I can just go ahead and do that and fill that in. But this card's really not about being perfect. It's just an easy, whimsical card. Like I said, that's just smoothing out those harsh lines. Okay, and that's it. Looks pretty. All right, and then I'm going to adhere this onto my black. Again, the black is 2.5 by 3 3/4. Okay. And then I have 2 strips here. This is black, and this just is a 1-inch strip. And then the opposite side of this gingham pattern, and this is just a 1/2-inch strip. And what we're going to do is this is going to go behind the card. We're going to put that up like that. So I want to shorten this a little bit. So I have my banner punch. Again, this is an old retired one, but we do have a new one in the current catalog, and I will list that in the description. So I just want to flag both of these. It's going to go like that. So this is probably measure this, maybe about 4 inches long. Okay, and then we'll do this one as well. And just kind of match that up. They don't have to be the exact same length. Okay, so that's just going to go on there like that. Okay. All right, and then we'll pop this up with some dimensionals. I have some little end pieces here that I'll use up. Actually, we're going to pop this piece up. Okay, so I will go ahead and adhere this down. Okay, I'll put that down right about there. Take the backings off of here. And we will be done with our card today. Wonderful, easy set to work with. Like I said, you can also get it with the modern oval punch. And I'm thinking maybe we should even jazz this up with maybe some gems. I have, this is Berry Burst in here. That might go. Oh yes, that's perfect. So we'll just add a few of those. I don't know, what do you think of that? Maybe even one right there. There we go. So that's our card for the day. Isn't that beautiful? This is such a cute little set. The lemons down here. And then, of course, the inside, just happy and cheery. So I'm making a few changes on my channel. Instead of 3 videos a week, I will be doing 2, one on Wednesday and one today, Saturdays. But I will be offering classes soon, hopefully by mid-February, so keep an eye out for those. If you don't already, follow me on Facebook. I'll be posting all the updates there of classes that will become available. The Facebook page is Creating Cards with Alexandra. I would love to have you on there. So thank you so much for sharing your time with me, and please, please, please stay warm and safe. It is bitter out there. It's definitely winter. If you would, please give me the thumbs up, and also sharing really helps me out in YouTube land. So I will list everything used today in the description below, which will take you straight over to my shopping page, which helps supports me. And again, it's Celebration. So for every $50 that you spend before tax, you earn a free item. So thank you so much again, and have a joyful day. Bye-bye.